Yo, what's good, everybody, and thank you for tuning in to my Beyond the Gates review. If this is your first time coming to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning family member, then you already know what it is and what it always will be. Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody if you choose to. But if not, just sit back, relax while we get into this messy thing. Now, this is my first review of Beyond the Gates. My plan is to do a video every day that the episode comes out. Not sure if that's going to happen, but I'm still going to continue reviewing the show. We're going to start with Doug. Okay, we're going to start with Doug. So what I'm going to need to happen, I'm going to need for Doug to go and get his job back. I'm going to need for him to grovel, get on his knees, beg. Whatever Doug needs to do to get his job back at that hospital, that's what I need for this brother to do, because thug life is not for Doug. He's not cut out for it. He doesn't have what it takes. As I watch Doug have this conversation, everything is made clear to me. Watching him coming up with a criminal plan, a scheme, baby, you ain't built for this life. Doug is not built for this life. Sam is looking at him like, you have lost your mind. And yes, Sam, he has. And Sam, you have lost your mind too. If you get in cahoots with Doug is running off of emotions. Doug is running off of, I don't want to feel like Joey has the upper hand in my life, in my relationship. But the reality is, baby, he does. Your wife has given him the upper hand. She's given him her upper leg. She's giving him everything, all the uppers, okay? Vanessa has given. So, Doug, baby, I'm going to just need you to sit this thing out. He was planning Joey's death, or, his suffering, because he figured that's a little too much. Maybe I need to pipe down a little bit. But Doug wants Joey to suffer. And he believes that he has everything on the up and up. But he came to the realization that Joey has already bugged your car. So you're not as smart as you think you are. But the thing is, like I stated, this life is not for Doug. Vanessa is at the casino with Joey, and she's letting him know, like, hey, I put an end to everything. I've stopped everything. You have nothing to worry about. And it's mind-blowing to me that Vanessa actually feels that Doug is going to listen to her. But Vanessa is pining on the fact that Doug loves her. She's still his wife. She is the mother of his children. So he's going to do everything that she is telling him to do, not to make matters worse. I said, baby, that man ain't listening to you. Now, granted, he does not want Vanessa to go to prison, and he doesn't want to do anything to put her into harm's way. But Doug is on a rampage, and he's going to do what he wants to do. And Vanessa, baby, you cannot control them. Watching Vanessa and Joey together, I don't know. It just screams disgusting for me. I don't like it, but, I guess I'm kind of here for it because she got to have something to do. Vanessa likes to walk on the wild side, and on Beyond the Gates, I don't know how much wilder you can get than Joey. So I'm going to let her have this, because I really don't know what's going on with this situation. Vanessa is in over her head, and I do not believe that it's going to end well for her. Speaking of who is not going to end well for, HAYLE. I need for Naomi to stay on HAYLE's ass, because I am not buying this bogus story that she gave Naomi about she was actually pregnant when she lost the baby. And I do not believe HAYLE as far as I can throw her. I believe that HAYLE is manipulating Bill, which I don't feel bad for him. He deserves everything that comes with it for how he did Danny. However, I need to know who the hell HAYLE has been talking on the phone with and who she been texting. That's what leads me to believe something is not right with this woman. And just like Naomi said, baby, you got the credit card, you have the house, you have Bill in your back pocket. Any normal gold digger would be okay with that life. Why did you have to bring a baby in there? I don't believe the heifer was ever pregnant. That's me. So you bled, you got rushed to the hospital by a stranger, and within an hour you're back at home. Nah, baby, something ain't right by that story. So I need for Naomi to stay on her ass. Now, what was hard for me to believe in this particular episode, Danny is losing it at Andre's. She's blaming herself. She is, just being really hard on herself right now. And I understood her emotions, but it was incredibly hard for me to believe that Danny actually believes that HAYLE is telling the truth. Something about this just doesn't feel right to me, and I don't know what it is, but it was just hard for me to believe that Danny believes her. Don't get me wrong. HAYLE put on one hell of a show, but what we find out from HAYLE, baby, you already lost this child. So where was that blood coming from? I need for Danny not to break. I need her to stand still, be on her P's and Q's, because this heifer is lying. And if anybody is going to crack this code, it's going to be Danny. But I don't know when it's going to happen, because she is not in a great place right now. Danny believes that I may do a lot of things, but I would never want anyone to lose their baby. I am not that type of monster. I may be a little devilish, but I'm not a monster, and I would never want that to happen. But she's over there with Andre, and Andre wanted to talk to her about Ashley and this revelation that he has come up with to be with her and all of this stuff. But they don't get an opportunity to go into detail, because when Danny comes over, she is obviously, quite visibly shaken from what she experienced with HAYLE. Speaking of Ashley, Ashley's mom go and talks to Derek. She's basically telling him that you guys are the best thing since sliced bread for each other. She loves you. You love her. Andre is just basically like this little fad thing right now. I need you to go get your girl. Derek listens. He goes over there to Ashley and basically puts his heart on the line and begs her. I may not have all the experiences as Andre, but I promise I can still give you experiences. Ashley is looking at this man like, baby, you are too late. And I'm looking at Derek like, Derek, this woman does not want you, baby. She has been bit by that Andre bug, and she is totally infected. She wants you out of her house. You sitting up here begging about what you can do. And I'm going to say this. I know there are a lot of people who do not like, Ashley and Andre, and I get it. When it comes to Ashley and Derek, honestly, for me, I would prefer to see them with anybody else than each other. Watching them together is like watching paint dry. It's boring. Watching them together, I was watching them today in today's episode, and for the life of me, I'm trying to understand where this happiness was that Ashley's mom was talking about. You guys, this is, you've always been happy with each other, and happiness where? I ain't never seen happiness. They just look like two people who got together like, hey, we're both on the bottom of the totem pole. Let's just get together and see where this thing goes. And it just was never giving. It was never giving forever. It was never giving marriage. It was never giving we're going to make it. It was basically just giving we're just here for a short time, possibly a good time, but for damn sure a boring time. That's all it ever gave. Honestly, that is literally all it ever gave. So I'm glad when Derek went back to go see Ashley's mom, I forget her name right now, to let her know, baby, Ashley don't want me. She made her choice and she picked Andre. Speaking of, Ashley goes over to Andre's house, and as she walks in, she sees Andre and Danny kissing. She proceeds to close the door, which Andre hears it, and it knocks him out of this kiss, of this moment that he's sharing with Danny. And it was perfect timing. And I'm looking at Andre like, I know you're not gonna sleep with this woman. I would have literally cursed him out if he would have done that. So I'm glad that he stopped it, even though he blamed it on, Danny is in an emotional state right now, and it may not be best that we do what we are known to do. Okay, you put it on her. All right, cool. But I'm just grateful that none of that happened. Bill, I need for Bill to wake up and smell the Folgers in his cup. Baby, you are getting played. And that's not to say that you don't deserve it, but I don't think anyone deserves for their spouse or who they are with to lie and fake a pregnancy. I think that's one of the most horrible things you can ever do to someone. You can tell that Bill was excited about this baby. He was looking forward to it. He was doing the things necessary to make sure that this child would have just as much of a great life that his two daughters had. And to find out that, that was no more, it really did break him. And his response was expected, but I need for him to really see HAYLE for who she is. Period. This was your daughter's best friend at one point, and y'all relationship turned, in my opinion, inappropriate. They should not be together, but here we are, so we got to deal with it. But baby, I'm gonna need y'all to stay on HAYLE's ass. Don't let up, Naomi. Bill, I'm gonna need you. First of all, I'm going to need Naomi to not promise HAYLE anything and tell her dad what's up. Baby, that was a fake sonogram. She been lying to you. I don't care how many crocodile tears HAYLE was crying in that moment. I'm not harboring and keeping anything from my dad because, hell, I already don't like you. And you playing my father. I'm not doing anything to protect your ass. You didn't do anything to protect my mom's feelings. You didn't do anything to protect me and my sister's feelings. So why should I protect yours? I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of Naomi making that promise. I'm not a fan of Naomi not telling her father. Even if it wasn't in that moment and maybe she wants to do it privately, yes, please. But to not say anything to him, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that at all. Well, this was the review for this Friday episode of Beyond the Gates. I want to thank you guys for listening. Until next time, I will holler at y'all later and y'all be safe out there.